Hey, what's up guys? I'm Theo Joe, and today I'm going to talk about the sad news, depending on who you ask, that Twitter is going to be shutting down Vine, the social media network that focuses on 6-second clips. This was actually very surprising to me, but in hindsight, it's not that surprising, I guess, because Twitter has been struggling big time to make profit. They've been losing money big time for years. They've never turned a profit, and recently they announced that they're going to be laying off hundreds of workers, and now we know where those workers are coming from. It's Vine. I guess they decided that the company was not profitable enough and it was just too tough to monetize and decided it wasn't worth it. So the announcement was very brief. They didn't really give that many details. They said that they're going to keep the website online so you can still watch everything that's there, but they're going to be winding down the app, and we don't really know exactly when, but probably sooner than later, especially considering Twitter is literally losing hundreds of millions of dollars every quarter. And we know from recently that I talked about that Twitter was possibly going to get bought out by either Salesforce or Google, and that didn't happen. And I think that sent Twitter into panic mode. They realized they're going to have to fend for themselves and figure out how to turn a profit themselves pretty quickly because no one's gonna prop them up anymore. Vine was at one point extremely popular. It even created these Vine stars, people who use that social media platform and literally got famous from creating funny Vines. And I'm kind of wondering what a lot of these people are gonna do if they kept their fan base exclusively on Vine and didn't branch out. You know, they might be in trouble. I think most of the top tier ones probably did move on to Twitter and YouTube, so they'll be fine. But for the people who are kind of in the middle, you know, they weren't famous obviously, but they still put a ton of work into Vine. I kind of feel bad for them. That really sucks. They're not gonna have anything to do now. They're gonna have to kind of scramble to get their audience onto other platforms. Though I think we've been seeing the writing on the wall with Vine for a long time now. You know, it's been declining in popularity. Twitter's been focusing more on live streaming with Periscope, also with getting deals with NFL and sports contracts to do live streaming of those events. They're really pushing Twitter video, and I think the limitations of just having 6 seconds wasn't really good for the platform. I think they experimented with making longer ones, but at that point, why not just use Twitter? I expect that if Twitter had been bought out by Google or Salesforce, they would have kept Vine alive, but maybe not. I'm sure that Vine was just hemorrhaging money for Twitter, and they decided, you know what, we can't keep losing money, we gotta do something about it. And they decided it's not profitable for them, so they gotta cut it loose. And it just goes to show you that social media sites are not immortal. I mean, obviously MySpace, that was huge and crashed and burned, and now Twitter just killed off Vine, a huge social media site, even though it's declining. They just decided, we're done with it, and now it's gone. And all the people that use that can't use it anymore. It's gonna screw a lot of people. And if they kill off Vine, you know, maybe Twitter itself is next, or maybe companies are just waiting for Twitter to be in such a bad state that they can scoop it up with a good deal. I think the issue with a lot of social media sites is they don't really know how to monetize or even have utility. I think the good thing about YouTube is it's not just for entertainment. It's got so much purpose. I mean, video, you can make educational videos, you can make comedy videos, really anyone can go on YouTube and find something they're looking for. And I think YouTube has been significantly increasing, and of course they got that Google money to back it. So I don't think YouTube is gonna be going anywhere anytime soon, but Twitter on the other hand, they better figure something out fast. I think the big issue with Twitter is it's actually not that useful. I mean, it's good for getting up-to-date information, but really, who goes on Twitter and for why? To see status updates? There's not much utility there. I think they're really starting to push themselves as a media company, which is why they're buying that live streaming stuff, deals with the NFL and other sports companies, and integrating with Apple TV, for example. I think they're trying to move away from the whole, oh, post status updates thing, and really pushing it towards a place to get news. And I think they do know that they need to add utility, because one of the biggest issues is people don't really know what to do with Twitter. They're like, why would I use Twitter? They sign up and then never use it again because they don't get it. For most people, it's not really, there's no point to tweet, because they don't have any followers, and if not a lot of their friends use it, then there's even less of a point. If you have like a large following, it might be useful, but for a regular person, not so much. So I guess overall, this was a surprise to most people, but I would expect that they've been planning this for a long time. So I would like to know what you guys think as well. Maybe you're like super sad about Vine, you use it every day or something, or if you didn't really care, maybe you never even installed the app. We can all talk about that down in the comment section. We can theorize about what's the next big social media site maybe. So if you guys did like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, I make new videos 3 times a week at least, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so it should be worth it. If you want to keep watching, I've got some other videos. You can click these even if you're on a phone. It's a new type of annotation, so that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys either here on YouTube or on Twitter as well. I'm over there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.